Hit Row could have been something special, especially for the black community. Hit Row could have been something special, and now it'll just be a footnote in the careers of everybody involved.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.
But can you talk about the creation of Hit Row and everything that went into that group?
So Hit Row was my brainchild when I was on the Indies before I signed with WWE. A lot of people don't know I did the Indies for a year before I signed with WWE. My faction was called The Row, and it was a hip-hop record label faction based off of Death Row Records because I look like Suge Knight. And so my character's name was Sugar Bear, right? So the whole thing was The Row. I got to WWE, and I teamed up with Tahuti and Brianna, B-Fab, and Ashante the Adonis. And the three of us were the Hitmakers originally, which then became Hit Row. And then about 2 weeks before we debuted, they added Swerve to the crew. We debuted May 4th, 2021. Had the fastest call-up to SmackDown ever in 4 months. And then they just didn't really have a plan for us. They didn't see what we saw. So they let us go, and then they brought us back. But when they brought us back, they just brought us back to bring us back. They didn't bring us back with a plan or any tangible goal. And then also they didn't really listen to a lot of the ideas that we had. So it was just, honestly, it was a sad waste because Hit Row could have been something special, especially for the black community. Hit Row could have been something special, and now it'll just be a footnote in the careers of everybody involved.
Yeah, definitely a fond memory as a fan of Hit Row, though. Like, still, it was awesome. I'm always interested, did you actually pitch anything for them, like ideas or anyone in the group that they didn't take? Because I agree with you, it did feel a little bit lost.
We pitched ideas every single week. We pitched multiple ideas every single week. There's not a talent on the roster that we didn't pitch an idea with. We pitched an idea with R-Truth where R-Truth would join us, and then we would get on a win streak, and then we'd lose a big match, and we would jump him and get him out. Sound familiar? Yeah. We pitched an idea with Bray Wyatt on the movie Leprechaun in the Hood, which is a classic and one of Bray's favorite movies, which I didn't know at the time when I pitched him the idea, him and Bo the idea. I said, yo, you guys ever seen the movie Leprechaun in the Hood? And they were both like, Lep in the Hood, up to no good. I was like, what? You guys know the movie? So the idea was that we stumble across the Firefly Funhouse, and everything's decrepit in there. Like, everything in there is cobwebs everywhere. And then I find Ramblin' Rabbit, and I pick him up. And when I pick him up, the place goes haywire. Everything starts going crazy. And we're like, let's get out of here. And we, like, run away. And then Bray Wyatt comes to us as human form Bray Wyatt, like, hey man, just give me Ramblin' Rabbit back and we can go back to, we can go back to how it was. But just like in the movie Leprechaun in the Hood, now we got good luck, like the golden flute in the movie, right? We got good luck. We're winning now. So I'm like, nah, I ain't giving you this back. So then now Bray systematically hunts us down, just like he did with LA Knight. Like this whole pitch, I can show you.
Oh really?
I got the pitch on my phone. Like, show you how detailed this is. Bray pitch. Look at that.
No, that's crazy.
Scene 2, Scene 3, Scene 4, Scene
This
5.
is like pages for everyone who's...
This is like, we had dozens of ideas that we pitched. They just didn't have a plan for us. They didn't want to use any of them.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.